Thank you, Superintendent Lindsay, our chairman. Let me recognize my Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Horace, my Permanent Secretary, Ambassador Alistair Stoneroof, of course the senior members of the police force present, led by Deputy Commissioner Warren Clark, supported by 2 ACPs, and members of the team. They have all been recognized, but I have to mention, of course, ACP Brown, who is the man who is responsible for all this technical stuff. And I think he gives Mr. Phipps and Mr. Mandis 4 eyes and 4 ears. They have 360-degree sensitivity all over. And my Chief Technical Director, Mr. Sims, supported by Mr. Emil Holgate. It's my privilege and pleasure to be here this morning with you. But you know, there's a little story that I'm start off with because it's a well-known Caribbean story, but I think it's worthwhile repeating. You know, it's a cricket match, and the stands are full because Brian Lara is coming to bat, and he's playing for the first time in Jamaica for a while. And of course, he's on the pitch, and a good bowler goes out. He knows the pitch very well. Good medium pacer, seam bowler, and he knows the weak spot on the pitch, and he goes down bowl and catches Lara plumb. And when he calls appeal, the umpire said, no. He was a little bit surprised because, of course, it was a clean LBW, but when he went back on the field a bit sad, his captain said to him, of course, what do you think the people stand for today? They come here to say, Brian Lara bat, not you bowl. So, I know this morning in Olympic Gardens, the audience here and the country awaits the comments of our Prime Minister. And incidentally, not only as Prime Minister, but this is the constituency of St. Andrew, in which the, Dr. Horace is the Member of Parliament. And a Member of Parliament for over 20 years now. And I see some of his good friends, I'm saying, smiling at the back, demonstrating has the support of the people because of the quality of service and leadership he gives. I just mention 1 or 2 things. One, to the raw statistics, so which I know he'll be interested in. That actually said this morning, Deputy, I checked as early as I was coming here, we are 38.4% below last year, which is a remarkable number at this point in time. 38.4. So I want to give you a point. And there are only 3 divisions that are beyond what they were last year. All the 5 tough divisions, that is well known, Westmoreland, St. James, Mr. Madison has pulled it back until they are 1 below, I think, last year. And the others are all 40–50% below as a result of outstanding work by the police, the commissioner and his team of officers across Jamaica. 3 little ones had a little spike at the beginning, and the officers are holding them back. In fact, the combined number ahead of what they were last year is about 6. I think St. Mary has 2 ahead of last year. That number is extremely small. If there are minor parishes, and you know when you put pressure on the rats, they run out of the holes, and a couple of them run across the border. But they caught them. The police was ready for them. And when we look at the numbers, I'll tell you, St. Mary is now 9, it's 10 instead of 9, that means 1 above. Portland is 2, which is 7 instead of 5 last year, and on St. Thomas is 6 instead of 4. So the 3 small divisions are ahead. I'll give you numbers because they're a small number. It's a matter of somebody run out of space and get caught by the police, as they will. And we can assure the public that whatever their movements are, wherever they seek to hide or where they go, this police force led by Commissioner Kevin Blake, supported by a team of officers who's committed to the cause, will find them and will apprehend them. We'd prefer to bring them in, charge them, and lock them up, because when they are locked up and in court, and when they are going to court, they're embarrassed because they think they are big and tough and we can put them in control. But if they challenge the police is prepared and well trained to deal with that. We are commissioning the control center for a section of the Jamaica program based here, in which the Prime Minister himself took a very special interest in. The cost he'll indicate to you, significant amount he invested, but the government is investing heavily in technology. this is part of an expansion in the corporate area. Very soon we'll open up similar center in Denham Town to downtown, and we have extended the camera system in Golden Spring, in Stonehill, all the way to Golden Spring. And the government has, the cabinet has given the ministry permission to begin the procurement process for an additional 2,500 cameras that will give us island-wide coverage at all the key spots that is required. We are holding discussions with the service providers that we want to see installed in wide areas of Jamaica, make available fixed IP, so that we can engage the commercial and some of the large home centers on the Jamaica program. I think we'll get there. We'll also look at how we can ensure that the technology transfer comes about as we look at the legislation. But as I said, I know everyone is wanted here, their member of parliament and their prime minister and leader speak this morning, and the country does look forward at all times to the message from our prime minister, Dr. Andrew Horace. So I'll take my seat, but I'm very pleased to be in the position I'm in today. I'm working with a prime minister of this land. I've had the privilege of working with Dr. Horace now for several years. I won't go full time, and I've considered a privilege to have worked with someone like him as prime minister in a difficult time. Difficult time. Maybe the Minister of National Security like the point. Mr. Clark understand what I mean combat. I take the shot because I know I have behind me someone who is committed, who is sincere, and wants to see better for his country and his people, and is committed to ensure that we can develop a police force that is capable of dealing with the criminal actors, which lays the foundation for the kind of development and opportunity he wants for his people in this country. That's my, and so to all of you, have a good morning. I think we're having a little entertainment from one of the prime minister's party, one of the schools in this constituency this morning before the prime minister speaks. So let me welcome you to this event and to thank the people who, in fact, ensured we could be here this morning, the technical team that went about acquiring and implementing the technology for the opening of the center and the cameras that are around this section of South St. Andrew. And I am confident it will assist Superintendent Mandisa and his team to ensure that safety is restored. Public safety and good order is restored to the people of South St. Andrew. Thank you.